explorers, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to make a quick and delicious main dish salad, grilled chicken fiesta salad. We have chicken tenders, grilled corn with black beans, both marinated, and we're also going to make some amazing tortilla strips fried ourselves out of these puppies. And if you've got one of these in your kitchen, after this video, you may never need to use it again. So let's get started. We're going to jump right in with the chicken. So I have my pound of chicken tenders here in the bag, so we're going to marinate. And I'm adding, I have in here, I've kind of doubled it up. I've got sunflower oil and chicken stock, because we need some liquid in there. Two juice of 2 limes, I should say. Have to have the garlic. There it goes. I've got 4 cloves. The recipe, it's going to say 2 cloves, but feel free to use 4 cloves if you like more garlic. I have a handful of cilantro. And then 1 little dash of liquid smoke, just to give it a little bit of smokiness, which is a gluten-free product, just to be safe. And, of course, the secret ingredient, a little bit of fish sauce. And that's enough. Okay. And, of course, cannot forget salt and pepper. Pretty liberal with that. Just going to get it in here. And then once I'm done with this pepper, I'm going to seal the bag and move things around so it really gets distributed well. You're going to want to get the air out. Okay, I'd say we've done that pretty well. And I got a good seal. Just going to kind of move it around, shake it up so that the chicken is swimming in all this deliciousness. Now with chicken and marinade, you're not going to want to go more than 2 hours because then you're going to start breaking down your chicken. I'm going to choose about an hour here, and because I would like this chicken to be at room temperature when it goes onto the grill, I'm just going to leave it on the counter. But if you're going to go the 2 hours in marinade, I would put it back in the refrigerator. And the reason you go less time or more time with the marinade is you just want to impart more flavor. The longer it marinades, the more flavor you're going to get. But trust me, an hour with this is going to be perfect. So to add more flavor to the recipe, I chose to roast the corn or grill the corn on the grill. So I wrapped it in foil, and I've got a little sunflower oil, salt, and pepper in there. And it took about 15 minutes on high. I turned it about 3 times, so it's going to bring some really lovely grilled flavor to our black bean mix. And so now I've got to get the corn off of the cob. And I used to think there was only one way to do this, and that is with this nifty tool, which is, it has I guess a knife, I would call it blades, and you slide it and you cut it down. But I have since learned that there's a better way to do it. So to eliminate a tool in your kitchen, and it's so easy. You just take your knife and you slice it. I mean, the cob is going to guide you, and you just go on each side, and this cob is very, very hot. I will say be careful that your cobs are not too hot because it may burn. There's some burning going on here. Okay, so I'm coming down on this side. I do not have my glasses on, but I think I'm doing an okay job. So we're going to do this with each corn cob, and then we're going to add it to our black beans, which are in this bowl already. And you might have heard me say earlier, we're going to marinate them. I mean, that's a little different. I'm putting my glasses on so I don't lose any fingers here. In marinating black beans and corn, probably not something you do all the time, but what it's going to do, it's going to impart flavor, and then when these elements are in the salad, you're going to be bringing some cumin and coriander and lime flavor to the salad. It's going to just make them so much better than just throwing corn and black beans into your salad. So I'm going to finish this up here real quick. If you don't want to use roasted corn, you can get frozen corn and roast it in the oven, or you can just not roast it at all. It will leave out a little bit of flavor, but you're still going to have that wonderful sweet corn flavor in your salad. All the corn into the bowl. So I'm going to mix it up. That's a good corn to black bean ratio. I'm happy with that. So I've got the juice of 2 limes. That's going in the bowl. Off with the glasses. And then I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of coriander and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. I'm going to mix that in quite nicely. And then, of course, because we salt as we go along, we're always adding flavor every step of the way. I'm going to put a little kosher salt in here. And so the chicken is marinating, and we've got some other steps while that's going on. We're going to put a lid on here, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator to marinate, and it'll be ready when we go to make the salad. That should give it enough time to impart some serious flavor in this corn and black beans. So now we're going to do the really fun part, is we're going to fry some tortilla strips. I've had the oil heating for a bit, and so I'm going to use my infrared thermometer here, and yep, we are right where we want to be, right around 360. So I have my the tortilla strips I cut into nice little strips that are going to work wonderful on the salad. I cut them long ways, and then I cut them in thirds. And I used about a whole package, a small package of corn tortillas. So I'm going to put my first batch in. When you do this, it's about 1.5 cups of oil. You never want to go more than halfway full of whatever vessel you are frying in. Otherwise, you have a serious situation, and you don't want that. So this should take about 2 to 3 minutes. And as they fry, you want to keep an eye on them. And when they get to that perfect golden brown that you love, then you pull them out and you put them under the cooling rack here to cool and to drain. You don't want to leave them in there too long. Know this, that they always look a little bit darker once they come out of the pan than they do in the pan. So you might want to pull them right, you're like, oh, they're almost, and at that point pull them. Don't wait till you're like, oh my God, those are perfect, because then they're probably going to be a little too brown. Okay, so these look like they're ready to be pulled. They're a nice golden brown, so I'm scooping them out, putting them, oh yeah, look at that, those are wonderful, oh my goodness. Okay. They might be a little darker. See, I did what I told you not to do. But you know, we've got like 2 or 3 batches of this, so it will be fine. I'm going to take the next batch out a little bit sooner. So now then the second batch goes in. That should be good. Now, one thing you definitely want to do when these come out, you're going to hit them with salt, just a little bit of salt. So each batch that comes out, hit with salt, and then at the end, they will all be seasoned perfectly. So I'm going to finish this up, then I'm going to run and grill the chicken, and then we're going to come back and we're going to make a salad. So the reason I told you you're probably going to use the entire package of the corn tortillas, because you're going to eat half of them before they even make it on the salad. I can't stop eating these. Oh my goodness. So the corn tortillas, they're all fried. They're delicious. They're in a bowl. There's actually some left. So we're going to cut the chicken here, which just got off of the grill. It marinated for about an hour, and then it went directly on a high grill. Took about 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to cut this into bite-sized pieces because I really don't like having to use a knife with a salad. It's a thing I have, so that's why I'm chopping this up. Now you can put it on your salad however you want. It's your choice. So once I chop this up, we're going to start building the salad. And this is the way I build a salad is kind of a guideline. Do whatever you want. It is your food, your recipe. Make it your own. Now it is time to make the salad. I have everything I need for my salad already chopped up. I'm going to start with the lettuce. I'm going to lay down a nice layer of lettuce. And I found this amazing bowl at Cost Plus World Market, and I saw it and it's like, oh, that would be such a great salad bowl. Now, it might be a little too big for one person, but you can definitely serve for this. Or if you're really, really hungry, just eat the entire salad. I mean, it is salad. You can eat a lot of it. Okay, so I've got some greens down. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the corn and black bean mix. Kind of sprinkle it around. Get enough of it in there. This has a very, very limey, cumin taste to it. It's going to bring such flavor to the salad. A lot of times salads, don't have, in my opinion, enough flavor. So that's why we built flavor every step of the way when marinating the corn and the beans, marinating the chicken, doing all those things to impart flavor. I'm going to do some tomatoes. And I'm going to put this down in a few layers so that we have a nice depth, nice deep salad. Sliced red onion. Oh, get apart there. Yeah. Okay. And some black olives, and I love black olives in just about any salad, so if you're not an olive fan, go ahead and leave them out. Okay, so now we're going to put some chicken down. I like to get it distributed quite nicely, so if you're using this as a serving piece, or platter, people who are picking it out of here is going to get a good selection in every scoop that they take. So now I'm going to add just a smidgen more lettuce. Remember, we're doing layers here. And again, however you want your salad. This is just the way I'm making my salad. And we're going to get some tomatoes. Some more corn and beans. And we're going to get a lot on the cutting board there. Some more onion. Okay, this is going to be my final layer, so I'm going to make sure it looks pretty. Presentation is important when you're serving others. I mean, people eat with their eyes before they eat with their mouth, so you want to make it as pretty as possible if you are serving. I mean, even if you're serving your family wants to see pretty food too. Another thing you could do is, instead of making the salad, you could just have everything separate, and everybody can just make their own salad. You've got everything in a bowl, and they just serve it up however they want. Okay, so you're probably thinking to yourself, where's the tortilla strips? I want those tortilla strips on my salad. I personally do not like my tortilla strips to be bogged down with any dressing, so they go on at the end with just a little bit of dressing over it, but the main dressing goes under the tortilla strips. And so the dressing that I'm using is my ranch dressing that I make, and I added about 1.5 teaspoons, almost 2 teaspoons of Cholula to a cup of ranch dressing to give it a little bit more of a kick. You can add Cholula, Tabasco, Sriracha, you can add none and just use straight up ranch dressing. But definitely get the recipe, it's up there, and then I'll also put the link in the description below. And so now I'm going to give it a little shake. I'm going to get some dressing. This is where most of the dressing is going, because I do not want it on my tortilla strips, because I'm weird like that, and that's okay. Okay, so that's a fair amount of dressing. And now the delicious, amazing tortilla strips. That's going to bring a much needed crunch to this salad. Put on as many or as few as you want, but if you're like me, you're probably going to have quite a few on here, because you want it to be crunchy. Okay, so that's good. Now I've got a little green onion here for a little more garnish. More flavor. This is adding more flavor. And then the last is going to be some cilantro. A little squirt, barely any of this, just a little on the tortillas, not a lot. A little more cilantro, and because I want it to be really pretty too, I'm going to put a few more tomatoes. Okay. Oh my God, this looks so incredible. I know it's going to taste amazing. So it is time to eat. But you know what? I don't think I can eat this without a margarita.
So the classic margarita, really simple ingredients, and there's 2 different ways you can make it. You could go to the store and buy yourself some sweetened, ready-made margarita mix, or you could just make some simple syrup and squeeze some fresh limes, and you're going to get a much better margarita. So here's what we're going to do. I will show you just how simple it is. And we're going to make margarita for 2 here. So we're going to do 4 ounces of tequila. Next, we're going to do 2 ounces or 1 jigger of an orange liqueur. Lots of different brands out there. Choose your favorite brand. We're using Patron. We're going to do 2 ounces of, again, fresh squeezed lime juice. And then we're going to do just a quick shot of simple syrup, a simple 1-to-1, reduce it on the stove, or not even reduce it on the stove. Put it on the stove just until the sugar melts, take it off, you are done. And then we're going to give it a quick shake. Try not to do this right next to the microphone to blow everybody's ears out. And hopefully we can pop the top without messing everything up.
Ooh, I'm so excited for this.
And
it's gonna be delicious.
Then we're going to strain out our ice. And then the next thing to do is
cheers.
Taste test.
Oh my God, that is so freaking good.
Simple simple and fresh ingredients. Once again, you can go to the store and buy that pre-made margarita mix. Do yourself a favor, don't do that. When we come right back, we're going to get these bar materials out of our way and we're going to taste the salad.
Oh yeah. Okay, thanks so much for the margarita. I really needed it, and I think it's going to pair great with the salad.
I think it's going to be awesome with the salad.
Are you ready to try?
I am ready.
Okay, this is a big, just big salad. Okay, I'm just going in, getting a little bit of everything. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. There is so much flavor in the salad. Oh my God.
And you can taste each individual component. The Cholula added to the ranch was a really, really awesome touch. It doesn't bring any heat to the party, but it just brings, we keep talking about depth of flavor. That's exactly what it brings, is a depth of flavor.
Yeah, I can taste every single ingredient, from the lime in the chicken to the cumin and the coriander that we marinated the beans and the corn with, to the cilantro on the top, and of course the crispy, amazing tortilla strips. This is so delicious. So thank you so much for watching. We're very happy that you're here with us. Don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications. The recipe, the full recipe for this will be in the description, as will the recipe for the margaritas. And until next time, happy eating.
Cheers.